How you doing today, guys? Welcome back to another day of 7th grade math. Today we're going to be talking about volume of pyramids. Volume of pyramids. If you watch the other video will talk about volume of prisms, which is those problems right there. And today we're going to talk about volume of pyramids, which is about the same except the formula changes by one thing. So, let's go ahead and get started. I have written down the formula for the volume of pyramids, which is area of the base times the height of the pyramid and then divided by 3. That's the formula for the volume of a pyramid. Now, again, on your reference chart, you can see that whenever we find the area of the base, we have them right there. You look at the area, you have triangle, rectangle, trapezoid, or circle. We're not going to worry too much about circles or trapezoids on the pyramids, but just in case, you will have them there. So, let's go back to the actual assignment. No, not assignment, the pyramids right here. And I'm going to do numbers 1, 4, and 5 with you because I want to show you a few different things around them, okay? So again, just like on the prisms, the first thing that we have to do is identify the base. And if you notice over here, I wrote that pyramids only have one base. Okay, prisms had 2 bases, but now pyramids only have one base. If you remember the pyramids in Egypt or in Mexico or wherever there's any more places that there's pyramid, there's actually a man-made pyramid in Galveston. So it sits on one side, and that side is usually a quadrilateral, but it doesn't have to be a quadrilateral. What do I mean by quadrilateral? A square or rectangle. In this case, if we look at number 1, again, the first thing I'm going to have to do is identify the base. And if I look at this, my base is going to be at the bottom in this case. I'm going to identify it, and I'm going to draw that on the side and label it. That's going to be my first step. Draw that base is a rectangle on the side and label it. That's a 2 by 9, and these are centimeters. So my first step, just like on the prisms, I'm going to find the area for that. Right now, I don't care about this right now. I do not care about that because I have what I need to work with right now. I drew my base. I'm going to find the area for that. So area for a rectangle is just base times height, which is 9 times 2, which is 18. By finding the area of the base, I found the big B, the uppercase B that goes into the formula of the volume. So finding the area is finding the area of the base. So that's why you need to do this. That's the first step. Once you've done that, you can come back to the pyramid and scratch off whatever numbers that you have used because we're not going to use them anymore. We have already used the 9 and the 2. So the only number that we have available is the 8. And if you look at it, it's a line that goes from the peak of the pyramid all the way down to the center of the rectangle. So that line actually goes to right there. It's not to the sides, it's through the middle. So like Indiana Jones is trying to escape from the pyramid, and he throws a rope, naturally because of gravity, the rope is going to fall straight down, straight to the middle. So that's what that line is, the actual height. If they give you a number right here, for instance, 10, that is called the slant height, and we don't need that right now. If you see an extra number, which we might see on some of these questions right here, you do not need that number. Like number 5 has that. If we see that number right there, you don't need that right now, not until we start talking about surface area. So again, the height of the pyramid is going to be from the center of the pyramid to the center of the base. So now I'm going to rewrite my volume formula, which is the uppercase B times the height of the pyramid, and then I'm gonna divide by 3. That's the extra step that I gotta do. I already know the big B, the pink B, which is 18. I know the height of the pyramid, which I'm gonna multiply by, which is 8. Hold on a second. And I also know that the last step about it is to divide by 3. So I'm just going to multiply the two numbers and divide by 3. So when I multiply 18 by 8, 18 times 8, I get 144 on the top. And then I just got to divide by 3. I'm going to divide by 3, I get 48. So the volume for that pyramid is going to be 48 centimeters cubed. Again, how do I get that 48? I do TiVo right here. Like that. And that's it. Now, the faster way to do this, and remember this, every time you have a rectangular or square pyramid, a rectangular or square pyramid, all you have to do is multiply the 3 numbers and then divide by 3 and you're done. Anytime you have a rectangular or square pyramid, all you have to do is multiply the 3 numbers, divide by 3, and you're done. So let's look at number 4. Again, first step, identify the base. The base is going to be at the bottom, and if you notice, the base is not a rectangle anymore. So we cannot do that trick, the multiply the 3 numbers and divide by 3. It's not going to work for this one. What do I mean by multiply the 3 numbers? Well, 2 times 9 is 18, times 8 is 144, and then divide by 3. Which is right here, 18 times 8. 9 times 2 is 18, right here. Then the times 8, right there. Divide by 3, you get 48. But it's not. It can work on number 2. It will work on number 2 and on number 6, on number 3. However, look at number 3. Number 3, it only has one number at the base. By the way, the base is right here. The pyramid, it's upside down. So if only has one number right there, what do you think this side is going to be? It's also 4.1. It's a square. All squares have the same side, right? So it's 4.1 times 4.1 times 6. And then whatever you get, divide by 3. Let's focus on number 4. I said every time you have a pyramid or a prism, identify the base and draw the base on the side. In this case, I have a right triangle. And I wrote it like that. I know it's flipped. So basically you have it kind of like this. And you can leave it like that if you want. It wouldn't make a difference at all. So let me show you. Let me actually move this right here. So I draw my rectangle, my triangle. I'm going to find the area for it. My formula for a triangle is base times height divided by 2. I'm going to label this. This is 6 and this is 8. Those are feet, right? So again, remember, I drew this on the side. I don't care about this right now. Don't care about that. Do not focus on that. Only focus on the base. Find the area for it. So we have 6 times 8 divided by 2, which is 48 divided by 2. And when you divide, you get 24. So the area of the base is 24 feet square. So I found the big B. Remember, my volume formula looks like this. So I'm going to go back to the pyramid and I'm going to scratch out the numbers that I've used. I used the 6th and the 8th. So my height again goes from the peak of the pyramid down the middle to the middle of the base. So I found this to be the height, the h. That's the only number that I haven't used, right? So I'm going to plug in the values. Big B is 24. The height, we're going to multiply by 8. And lastly, we divide by 3. When I multiply 24 times 8, I get 192. Divide by 3, you do TiVo, and you get 64. So the volume of this triangular pyramid is 64 feet cubed. Again, this is a triangular pyramid because the base is a triangle. Number one was a rectangular pyramid because the base was a rectangle. Number three will be a square pyramid because the base is a square, and I can tell because the sides are the same. Now let's look at number 5. The last one that I'm going to do with you was a 5. Yes. 5. Again, step number 1, identify the base. It's at the bottom in this case. And it's again a triangle, a right triangle that measures 5 by 12 meters. So right now, I do not care about this. I'm only focused on finding the area, which is base times height divided by 2, which is 5 times 12 divided by 2. 5 times 12 is what? 60 divided by 2. So the area, which is the area of the base, is 30 meters square. The area of the base is 30 meters square. So now I can write my formula. Again, this is a triangular pyramid. Formula, big B times height divided by 3. I can go back to this and substitute the values that I know. Again, I have already used the 5 and the 12, so the only number left I have is this one right here, which is my height. So all I gotta do is substitute the values in. So 30 times 10 divided by 3. This is 300 divided by 3. And 300 divided by 3 is just 100 meters cubed, which is my answer. Any questions so far, guys? Anybody? Well, that is it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next one. Have a good day.